It's not like a quarantine can make video conferencing suddenly not suck. I mean, Zoom is better, I guess, but it's like being the best catheter. You still have a tube up your... We tried one of those Zoom parties, but at some point you run out of rosé and everyone's just staring at their own face. It's like a TikTok video in purgatory. And then the Millers wouldn't leave or hang up or whatever you call it. Kaylee, just because Nigel's doing it doesn't mean you can't. Kaylee, get back inside. I mean, millennials.
Welcome everybody to the Plumes of Hazard. I, as always, am your host, the Angsty Vapor. Just call me Angsty. Here to my left, as always, is the lovely, the talented, the cleanly shaven Fubaga. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Let's launch.
This isn't a great bottle opener, but ow, it's fucking sharp. Someone's like round out the edges, and I'm like, I wouldn't do that. This is not exactly easy to do with 1/4-inch steel.
I'm gonna test something real quick.
But I'm having a fat tire this evening.
Oh yeah, that does not work. One sec. Yeah, there we go. So I was just testing if I could. I forgot that Zoom does not like it when you minimize itself. Pre-intro, if you haven't watched it, so are you familiar, Fu, or do you? I'm sure you're familiar, but do you remember Z Frank or Zay Frank on the YouTubes? He's the guy who has the voice that sounds a lot like Morgan Freeman, and he does true facts.
Okay, I just saw a picture of him. Yes, I remember him.
Yeah. So he's actually released. I was reminded, my sister in a text the other day reminded me of Z Frank. She made a reference, and it made me laugh. And I went over just for giggles and looked at his channel. And he's put out like 6 more true facts that I'd never seen over this last year or so. He came back, and then he put out just the other day. He put out one for the whole COVID thing, and it's basically an extension of. If you remember Sad Cat Diaries and Sad Dog Diaries, which were really good, he put out like a part 2 basically for those 2 things, and as well as a couple of new jokes with the other stuff. Anyway, that the pre-roll that I put on there is a piece of that. Definitely go watch Z Frank. ZE Frank #1. You should definitely go give that a watch. Yeah, dude, the Puffin video. There, to be honest, I don't even know if I have a favorite one. There are so many good ones. I actually went through and watched several of my old favorites when I saw that there were new ones too. I watched all the new ones and then went back and watched a couple of my other ones, like the Tapir and the Tarsier. Oh man, it's just and the Seahorse. Man, they're so good. They're so good. Made me laugh. I needed a laugh. Oh wait, look who's there's somebody waiting. Hold on. Let me admit.
Is it Chunk?
I'm
you gotta do the truffle shuffle to get in now. You're late.
I was stuck in the waiting room.
Yeah, sorry. I totally forgot when I set this up that Zoom is now auto defaulting to have a waiting room for some damn reason now.
Well, because of all the Zoom bombers and all that other crap.
Yeah, I forgot to manually turn that off because I think you can turn it off, but you have to like uncheck a box.
You have to be like, yes.
I was in a Zoom call with the family last week, and actually right before the show last week, and can't believe I forgot to mention this, but my cousin was talking about how her company was on a call, and it was like 200 people in there, and someone came in and started drawing dicks apparently, and I was like, wait, just like dicks? She's like, no, She was like, they started drawing a dick and drew a face on it, was sticking its butt out, and I lost my shit. And I'm like, that's a dick butt. That's funny. She's like, that's not funny. I'm like, that's funny.
It was pretty funny.
That means your troll has taste. She didn't know what a dick butt was, so.
Or is part of the cesspool that's Reddit. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Dick butt's one of the greatest things.
Indeed.
Yes, it is. Sometimes ends up on people's stuff.
So yeah, definitely go watch some Z Frank. It's uplifting. At least it is for me. It's one of those things because not only does the guy have a fantastic narrating voice, mostly because he sounds a lot like Morgan Freeman, of course. But it's also funny. I mean, it's absurdist humor. It's a good kind of parody on the David Attenborough, who also is legendary, obviously, for narrating Aminal videos. Horror said, do you remember the program Zoom from the 70s? I do not.
I do remember the song that says all I want to do is zoom, 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 zoom.
Do you remember that?
Let's shake the room.
So do want to say welcome to everybody. I mean, we got a bunch of people in here tonight. What up, Ace, Rick, Monty, of course, Festy, Jason.
A lot of people haven't been here in a while, so this is the part with the spoil it. We may have planned this pandemic to get some of our old viewers.
Oh no!
Because they were going to be so fucking bored in quarantine. Like,
that's right. Boo Ninja, Dennis, Tim, who I missed, Horror, Rick. I think I got most everybody. Sorry if I missed.
Hey, I'm drinking not a Guinness tonight, Nasty.
Hey,
Marsky. Is that a
One
fat
fat
tire?
tire.
Is that a tire that is fat?
Fat tire.
Nice.
I was at the grocery store, and it was one thing. I always go hunting for stouts, but this particular restaurant had a decent beer selection if you want the hoppier shit, like most grocery stores. But I saw the fat tire, and I'm like, I haven't had this in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've been drinking nothing but stouts for the last month and a half, so.
That was some of the first, or the few kind of browner things that I would drink when I was going through my fancy beer, thing. When you're in your mid-20s and you got a job and you can afford some, non-swill. I did like the fat tire.
Yeah, our swill in college was like Rolling Rock and High Life.
Rolling Rock. So I had a buddy of mine, a Hispanic guy that went to school with me, and he, for whatever reason, loved Rolling Rock. And I was like, it just tastes like water. It doesn't taste like anything.
Like it has some taste to it.
Slightly skunky water.
Well, my bar near my campus had $5 pitchers, so.
What are you gonna do? Right.
Next pitcher was $9, so.
Drink it like water.
You can drink it like water, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Dude. There may have been a few occasions where I downed a whole pitcher.
Yeah.
Mans used to throw them back.
So down where we went to school, we had Lone Star and Pearl. Those were the super cheapies.
Of course, PBR was another cheapie, but we never did like the Keystones or the Natties.
Yeah, Keystone for sure. I never really liked that. I always just did Lone Star and Pearl.
Bro.
Natty is
my girl.
And I had a buddy that would drink the Beast.
The Beast.
Yeah, Milwaukee's Beast. One time I had too much of Heineken, which I promptly the next day renamed the Green Death because of what it did to my bowels. Did not enjoy the Heineken after that.
The Heineken destroyed your Heine.
It did.
I don't mind the Heineken. I haven't had one in a while, but I don't mind it.
Oh, by the way, since you guys are so rowdy, by the way, we did name a new moderator, someone who's been here for a really long time. We named Festy a mod. So
Wait, are we still having a chat issue where things show up?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly just to give Motherhead a break. Oh, Foo, you beat me to it. I was coming over to give him a shot. Like, well done.
He's so fast.
Dude, I've been working, man.
He's been working.
Yeah, Genesee. I've heard of Genesee, but I think that's a little bit north of the Mason-Dixon from where I'm at. We don't get.
Yeah.
Get Genesee.
Genesee is from like upstate New York, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I know that's something Chafford's likes. He's a Western New Yorker.
That's who I knew it from. I was about to say somebody I used to know drank that all the time. It was Chafford's. Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't named some Shiner in there, Mr. Texas.
Well, back in the day, I was talking about cheap beer.
Oh, cheap. Okay.
No, these days,
true.
Absolutely. If I'm going to get a beer at a regular restaurant and not like in a bottle, it's almost always a Shiner because it's on tap everywhere.
Their black lagers pretty good.
Almost all of their stuff is pretty good. I don't like it. They got the, grapefruit, whatever, in the summer cherry ale, whatever. Nah, just a little more simple than that for me. Thanks. I always
I know
there's no fruit in my beer. I don't like fruit in my beer.
There's another one that was I think it's called it's from Lakewood Brewing, and it's like an imperial milk stout that I had when I was over there. I forget what the name of it was, but good stuff. St. Arnold. What else is over there? There's a few other ones.
Hoffenreffer? I don't know what that is. What is Hoffenreffer?
Jägermeister was my green death.
Ooh.
I didn't get sick. Like,
I could drink that shit right out of the bottle.
Dude, that's what got me the green death.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it's fucking tasty. Like, college trip, Kansas City, 2008. I remember this because I was miserable because we're flying there, New York to Kansas City. And the pilot had the balls to tell us on the plane that the Phillies won the World Series.
Drink.
So I was like, whatever. And plus, I was just going ham that weekend. So we pick up supplies. We're going out. It was like Halloween weekend in Kansas City, which was actually pretty dope, by the way. But, we were waiting for the women to get ready. What does food do when he's waiting for the women to get ready?
Drink.
We go outside to smoke a cigarette, and I'm just like, dude, this is not going to be a good night. Because we polished the bottle, and I think I had like half of it myself.
I agree,
and then
Mark.
we get to the bar. I get a big old good old pitcher of like Oktoberfest for myself, Sam Adams, and I drink that. And next thing I know, there's a picture of me passed out with a cigarette in my hand, just sitting on the stairs outside the bar. And like one of my editors wakes me up. He was like, "We're going," and paying the tab. I just pull a 20 out of my pocket. Here. Still had the frame of mind to know how much I owed on the tab. But I'm like stumbling home. I'm stumbling back to the hotel, and like some of the girls grabs my arm. She's like, "You get hit by a car," and I'm like, "There's no one in this fucking city." Straight up, Friday night in Kansas City, there are no car, like barely any cars on the road. And I woke up. My shoes were on two different areas of the room.
Yeah, no, you do get a little aggressive kicking those off when you pass out.
I didn't throw up or nothing. I thought I handled it, but I was just the next day I was just burping. You still taste it. And you're just like, I legit don't think I've had a Jaeger since or anything.
Yeah.
With it.
Oh man,
Mark says Jaeger tastes like cough medicine. I completely agree. It's also the anise. I just can't stand the star anise.
Well, that's probably why I like the green or the greenish bluish colored NyQuil.
I knew it.
I just put it away in my cabinet. That's bought some NyQuil.
Oh man, I just
big N, little Y, big fucking Q.
Thank you for that reminder because there was a bit of PTSD when I read back the other week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. No, that's good. I mean, man, you God, I would see the problem is that when it comes to drinks, to a liquid, I can drink a lot of a liquid, whether it's tea or water or alcohol, because I'm thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
So when I drink, I'm thirsty. So when we would do Jaeger bombs, it wasn't just your normal 16-ounce glass with Red Bull. No, it was the big fucking cans of Red Bull in multiple cups with just a lot of Jaeger in it. Good times.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Or, the Jaeger and then just a shot of Red Bull.
Right. Oh dear. Southern Comfort. Yeah.
Monty says,
Oof.
I never drank Jaeger that wasn't handed to me by a woman I wanted to have relations with.
Yeah.
How many of these women had tattoos?
Those fucking Jaeger girls, dude, at every bar down here, they'd be going around, tits hanging out, ass hanging out, and they would carry this board that had like three different
And
things.
they all had like the
They had-
same core tram stamps. I remember.
They had like backpacks that had fucking Jaeger dispenser tubes and all this other shit. Yeah.
They were basically Red Bull girls with gothy makeup.
Free shots.
Kind
All
of.
right.
That was my assessment.
I was like, I can do all three shots at the same time. They're like, I'm like, turn the board the other way.
And Mass is like, I don't know if you know who I am.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tech Time?
Do you know? No. No. I went by a different name back then.
Juan Valdez.
That does. Talking about the Jaeger girls reminds me of like the cigarette girls that would come around too.
Sure.
Even in my era, and I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to remember when they'd have reps out. Just handing out packs of Camels and stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, girl,
Yeah, I remember Camel reps.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, at least with drinking, there's still, chicks. Then after a while, it was Grey Goose vodka that they had going around, and
yeah, it's an interesting marketing effort.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Jaeger still has their own chillers. That you're right though. I think you see them less often these days though. Like that used to be very common. Like in any bar would have a the green little.
There's
box
a bar
with
near my office that had it. I forget where, but it was just like one of those. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, this pisses me off. So my work group chat, two people are trying to have an AB conversation. It doesn't work in a work group chat. Pissing me off because my shit's been going off for like yeah.
So
Mute.
the AB conversation. So why don't you see your way out? Is that where you're going with that?
No, it's a taco conversation, not Joe's.
Oh.
I love how there's a post in ECR. Does anyone else feel that the quality of mods has gone way down? Kind of a rant, but it seems to me like the build quality and specs of mods from every manufacturer has gone significantly down within the past couple of years.
Shocking.
Welcome to 2016, bro.
Yeah, Campbell Cash. That's right, Jason.
Every device I see that comes to the market now is made of cheap plastic and has fake leather carbon fiber stickers slapped on the side.
Wait, where was this?
On a plastic. It's on ECR.
Is this on ECR? Of course.
Yeah.
Can you link me that actually?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the big old name Voopoo on the side. You'd think it would be made out of quality materials.
Or even
it
started with Jizmec.
It's increasingly hard to find plain colored, sleek looking devices nowadays. Again, everything just seems to be rehashed crap now with worse specs than
and his
vapes of
argument is
yesterday.
rehashed crap from the last 4 years of our show.
5,000 MOF for that size of device is unheard of nowadays. Both of these devices are extremely well built, blah, blah, blah. No crappy stickers. Oh my goodness. TLDR, the vape market is now totally oversaturated with mediocre sticker bomb devices made out of 100% plastic. Where you been? That's been the past
I'm gonna go catch this.
5 years. Here you go.
I feel obligated.
JavaScript. Void. No. Okay. Let me give you the actual link here. Side channel.
Hold on. So Jay just said in chat that they just improved the billet box.
Tell me I have to buy another clone now.
Okay, so I just pulled up the site, and it does look like they've got their new submodel is the FU. So they've got the billet box FU and the rat black FU, and the only difference that I see so far is the button looks weird. Still got the DNA 60 in it. Oh, it's got a fisheye button.
No, but it's Ultim.
Oh, that one is. Yeah, that's disgusting. But they're all Ultim. It's even more.
Fisheye Ultim Corona update. Okay, so what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, it looks the same to me. Besides that, I mean, it's obviously a terrible material to choose. Interesting. Well, it's good to know. Thanks for the update there, Jay.
Billet Bots, always innovating.
Yeah, always innovating, putting a new button on. The ones that like GMK.tips has had for, 10 years.
This is Pod stole the market. Are you fucking kidding me?
So
it started before that, you dumbass.
So
I'm just reading these comments and getting triggered now.
It looks like they updated. They put flex PCBs on the. I'm trying to see.
I'll open it back up.
What? The SETI project is dead.
What?
Yeah.
Is it really?
The volunteer computing part of SETI at home will stop distributing work and will go into hibernation.
No. It was always like distributed.
They did it through their screensaver.
Yeah.
I used to have that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason, it's not just the button.
It looks like they're using a flex for the wires for the. I'm seeing their whole.
You can definitely see something inside the button, and it says it's a fisheye, but I don't know what.
Well, they have it says. It says that the button. They have like. That's all I see under the
description.
So the wire. Yeah. Well, no, there's a whole thing on the guts on March 21st. Just finished up an update to the Billet Box subboards, circuits we make to route inputs to where we want them.
Oh.
This took months for tool up and prep. It's all kind of rolled out in waves. First, introducing the new fire button board on all new boxes made from January 6th onward, a little break to tweak some of the tooling. Then new control boards up and down got thrown into play for all boxes starting a little over a week ago. Mid-March. We're making these boards in-house from DuPont's family of materials for FPCBs called Pyrolux. Don't know what that is. Don't worry, neither do I. I picked the stuff up because the name sounded super neat. Old fiberglass boards on the left, new orange Pyrolux boards on the right. It's all flexible. Here you go. Here you see it, right?
Yeah, no, I do. I was looking at the store. I didn't think to look at their like little bloggy thing.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can see if I can.
We're making these cool pictures in-house from DuPont's family of materials for FPCBs called Pyrolux. Don't know what that is. Don't worry, neither do I. I picked the stuff up because the name sounded super neat. Old fiberglass boards on the left. Cool. They made their own molds, and it's all flexible. Their own.
Sorry, I had apparently had something going in another tab. All right, I am sharing now.
It's really cool. The pictures of the tooling.
So here's the flexible cabling that they're talking about. Those are pretty cool.
So it looks like they it laminates it, and they put like a sheet of copper in between.
Yeah. And they've got some sort of
like a press.
G.I. Joe / Wolverine guy holding up a knife next to it. I don't know.
That's Master Chief.
Oh, it is Master Chief. It's just weird looking. Oh, that's funny. I thought that was claws in the first picture I saw. It's not.
So that's a lot of work for the boards.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for a little button that does it light up or something. It's a lot of work. Pretty cool though. Man.
And then the UV, and then
Clive does a bunch of these kinds of things too.
Yeah.
There's a printed circuit, but like literally prints it and then develops it himself.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty slick, man. Okay. I take it back. That's pretty cool.
I got 9 years here. Not going to call a button an upgrade.
Okay, then they like sandwich it between.
So Festy's asking, Mass, professional opinion, are these as delicate as the Evolve display cable?
Oh shit. Well, I mean, they look like that. I mean, okay. So the problem with the Evolve display cable is that most of the time people had issues because when they shipped the boards, they shipped them with the cable already attached.
Right.
Right? So you had them on this tray with them attached. Ship moves, shipping, all that other stuff. Okay, so then what do? Now you got the board, and unless you had something that you could just literally drop it in and put the screen where you want it and fold it, that's not moving ever again, right? But if you were fucking around with it, yeah, I think it's the same material. It might be a different thickness, but literally it's a piece of very thin copper sandwich between. Imagine a thicker version of Kapton tape.
Yeah.
Or DuPont's version of that stuff. So
and no matter how thick it is, I mean, copper work hardens anyway, right? So you flex that a few times, and it's just gonna.
yeah. I think obviously what they're using it for, you put it in, they install it done, but for normal Joe to be messing around with a box mod trying to put the screen flipping it back and forth, having a good idea. And a lot of the problems too with theirs was just a connection.
Yeah.
Right. So the connection and the pin where the connection was, the kind of, it's not a SIF socket, but the socket that had the plastic piece you push down when you put it in there. So
Right. Ooh, I have a piece of vaping news.
do
Easy, I know. Careful. So after the show last week, I decided that I needed to break out my walnut freehand because I hadn't used it in a year or two. Whatever I bought it, it's just been sitting in my drawer, and it's in pieces because I had to I had to take it apart because I had a problem with the 510. It wasn't threading right on my Narier and a couple other addies, but a couple addies it would thread on okay, and a couple it would not, including my daily runner, right? So I wanted to bring it up because it's Limelight, and you know what happened? I messaged one of the mods, Ace, and he goes, "Hey, can you take apart the 510 and see if it works without the pin in it?" So I did it. And he goes, "Okay, I'll send you another one." That's why I spend money at Limelight, guys. People want to know why, including the guys on Reddit that are bitching about the quality of your shit. You buy from the right people, man. they'll hook you up.
$300 for a mod.
Yeah, but it's
I had like 18 mods I got for $300.
exactly, and they're all worth about as much as that you paid for it. When they break, you throw them in the trash, and that's fine. I'd rather buy one.
in the trash.
That's Will's talking about the display on his billet box. Yeah, the billet box. I personally, when I'm using my billet box, one of the reasons I like the billet box is with it all together, with your Addy built, your battery in there, and your water set where you want it. I just vape on it. I don't care about the display. I don't want to do anything but click the fire button. That's what I want the billet box to do. When you lean back, your arms disappear.
Oh, yeah, I'm the drummer from Def Leppard now.
You
See?
are. The drummer from Def Leppard's only got one arm.
Oh my gosh.
Was that you the other day that posted that in the Discord? The Def Leppard guy got edgy and removed his other arm.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, this is not the casting couch. This is in my office. And I framed it as such and thought, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this. Call this the 60 minutes casting couch.
Oh boy. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that about Limelight because they kick ass. And even though I received a mod that had a slight problem with it, 2 years later. They're like, yeah, I'll fix it. Like that. So yeah, the Mark said, have I seen those pics? Check my PMs. Okay. Your name on Facebook kills me. Ew. I'm making those noises because it's going to drive Festy nuts. That's going to be a second. I will be happy to share those here, but I need a minute to get those over to us because I'm not logged in on Facebook on this PC. So give me just a minute. You guys can fill in for a minute for me.
Filling in.
So did you find the post, Ahmed? Anyone else feel the quality of mods have gone way down?
Yeah, no, I commented already.
Okay.
And I was like, really, the top comment pod stole the market because the quality of mods went downhill before that.
Yeah.
Like see Cloudmaker, IPv, Wave, basically when everyone was buying WizMex stuff.
I love that the second comment though is the industry is not helping vaping at all. Boys, girls, you yourself
just
are not
shut
helping.
the fuck up. That person could go get me a fucking pack of smokes from the gas station.
The vapors are not helping vaping at all. Freaking idiots. For years.
Oh, this is the shitty green screen that's built into Zoom. Digital background. I don't want to dig out my.
I saw somebody do this whole write-up for adding their own images to Teams background because apparently it was impossible to get a background set on the Teams video app.
Our lazy as fuck sysadmin is the one person who insists on using Teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of eh.
Oh, apparently there was an 80s show called Zoom. Kids show on PBS.
Do people go on it and hang down?
I wish I could play this video because it's pretty hilarious. It's like straight up 80s Nickelodeon kids dancing.
Hooligans does still make decent shit. They're the only company that kind of.
Yeah, but Anakin had always,
Yeah, that's always been their shtick. They never veered away from their course. Dollars per watt did start this crap. That's it. Yeah, that's the thing. Once 100-watt mods became $40. Like the iStick, the fucking iStick. There you go. Look no further than the iStick. That was the beginning of the end.
Yep.
Okay.
iStick was fucking awesome.
All right, I'm going to toggle over to my screen share so I can share the pictures that Mark just shared. This is apparently a modded billet box that's got some sort of titanium Damascus style thing going on that's covering up one of these. Oh, look, it's Dakota's board with a USB cable on it. Now, I'm not sure why one would want Dakota's
Jabo's like the child star of vaping. I don't know if I've said this before. I might have.
That's an interesting metaphor.
What, the first thing he made was awesome and everything after that was eh?
Yeah.
He was like the Fernando Valenzuela of modders. Came in the league, won the Cy Young his rookie year, won Rookie of the Year, and
Wait a minute. Zoom just told me is about to kick us off. Why is our pro
Zoom
account not pro account right now?
Yeah, it says Zoom 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know if we get kicked off.
So much for off-peak extending hours, huh?
Seriously.
Jabo was one bad barista. That is how I judge a barista. If I go to a coffee place that I've never been before, I order a latte.
Fair enough.
Just a latte double. If you fuck that up, then, and I'm not really a huge espresso drinker, but it is how I judge a coffee place. Is how are their lattes. Lattes are almost like eggs. Simple on paper, but incredibly easy to fuck up.
So Festi, I agree. The Cody's don't tend to use USB, although I suppose they've got it there for flashing as well as maybe it's just charging. Maybe it's just a straight up charging port.
We chalk up the Zoom thing to budget cuts in light of the economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andre, free access is only 4 minutes, but we had a pro account, which apparently there's a billing problem because
we're back to AAA ball.
We're back to AAA ball. We'll have to fix that later. But anyway, thanks for sending those over, Mark. Those are pretty cool. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of. Oh shit, we're still on that thing. I'm not the biggest fan of the Dakotas myself. It's not bad. I think it works well, but I hate the interface. But I can definitely understand the critique about not liking eScribe either. But eScribe also works pretty well.
Jeez, man. Just going through the list of freaking groups that I've been added to on Facebook, and it's ridiculous.
Dude, there was like one night I was in the Discord and I was a little bit drunk, and that was a good night to go and jump out of groups.
The Vapors Knoll.
The Vapors Knoll.
I see you haven't gone through your...
No, I haven't gone through my list. Melody Box group.
Let me guess, you're still in Maryland Vapors?
Illuminati. No, I got out of that one.
I can't believe I haven't been booted out of the Melody Box group after... I mean, I haven't been active in there in many years.
Maryland Vapors. Yep, still there.
Are you really?
Yeah, real talk.
Let's see.
That group was entertaining for a while.
Let's see. What's the last thing? Well, I mean, they left Sean's fat belly in the way and then cut off his face. April 4th, actually, somebody posted. Nothing to do with vaping. Vape shop getting robbed on March 9th.
In Maryland?
No.
Festi, you can't flash the firmware on the Dakotas? I didn't know that. I just assumed you could. Interesting.
We're gonna get out of there.
TIL.
The lighted ballot box is finally sailing into 2017, though.
Yeah. So I guess we can at least touch on that about the latest thing. Now the CDC coming out and saying, yeah, before what we said, you know, that nobody has to wear a mask. Now you probably should wear a mask. And then you've got New York, by the way, Mohammed, you're very ballsy for not wearing your government mandated mask.
When? Now?
Yeah. You got a 3-day grace period and then you got to wear a mask.
I've been doing that. I think if I don't have a fucking beard. Shit.
That's the worst part about it too. Is you know, you're wearing a mask and you got a beard.
Well, because the thing is, a lot of stores aren't like CVS. You can't go into CVS with a mask. You
Right.
can't go to a pharmacy with a mask.
Yeah.
So.
I guess you can now because you have to.
But of course, that'd be mandated because there are too many fucking knuckleheads that don't listen.
Right.
Yep.
Like I was at the grocery store, like produce market. There were like 4 people in there. Mother and daughter walk in, not wearing nothing, like it ain't no thing. And I'm like, I mean, granted, AHA was playing, so I was singing while I was waiting to pay. I didn't give a fuck.
I went to the grocery store today. did not wear a mask. You know,
I'm in the hardest hit borough. I'm gonna wear
no,
a
if
mask.
I was in New York, that would probably be different.
I mean, you still should.
There was very few people in there. I think
It's,
I saw.
like it's like this is angsty. And you should start wearing one because it's good practice for when Shakira law takes over the United States.
So
gotta look out for that Shakira law, man.
So I was actually obviously going through these groups. I was really surprised at the amount of people hey, what you do with your money, well, whatever money you get is your business. But I was really surprised at the amount of people that are just fucking blowing the money that they're getting.
Oh yeah.
Not on rent, not on, we're talking obviously in the different groups that I'm in range from anything from car to truck groups to access control groups to electronics groups. Okay. So, I mean, it's crazy. Like people are just like, fuck China, buy American. I'm going to buy me some shocks. Fuck China, buy American. I just bought $1,200 worth of rims.
Later, Mark.
Like just electronics,
Somebody posted in Discord earlier. I think they went to Costco and saw that they had just now conveniently placed an 81-inch TV for $1,200 on the nose.
They know what they're doing.
Do you know how many times, like every time I'm at Costco, the first thing you see are the TVs when you walk in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same at BJ's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm just so fucking tempted every time I go, but I'm like, wait till I get a new place to get a TV from there.
Yeah, that's the real problem, Fezzi, is I don't have a mask. So if I had one, maybe I might wear it. Maybe, probably not. Then again, I'm not immunocompromised.
You could just wear a bandana.
Got one right
there you go. Just not the red one.
Just depends on
a green one, a purple one, a black one.
I've got green, I've got purple, I've got black. I've got like a neon kind of yellow one. I've got white ones. I've got.
Oh, there you go.
I've got
so
red.
just throw in one of those. It's better because if it isn't just you, people will just generally feel safer if people around them are wearing shit.
I'm not going to the grocery store to make other people feel safe. I'm going to the grocery store because I need some food.
But what if you have to smell other people's farts? You're gonna be like, man, I really should have listened to Foo about the bandana.
Mm-hmm. I didn't. Yeah, no, that's the thing is I was never within 6 feet of anybody, ever, with the exception of when I checked out. That's not true. But then there's they've got these like big 3 foot by 3 foot sneeze guards or whatever, like right in front of the cashiers now, which is really awkward. Like it's, got the normal little belt, and then when you get to the old check writing little stand, right, which is also where you swipe your card, they just got this like this big plastic thing, so you kind of have to, it's weird. You kind of want to like get around there so you can talk to somebody. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's strange. I have been to the grocery store twice then they've been there, and I've made a little bit of a jokey laugh at it both times, and the cashiers are like, yeah, what are you gonna do? The killer sneeze.
That's interesting. I found a Facebook profile for Angsty that just says Facebook privacy policies suck. I shall play you the song of my people, and it's got the little spider. I don't know. It was in a group. Interesting.
I can tell you, Tim, that I ate produce from an open rack a month ago. Healthy as an ox. I do have a better immune system than most, but.
So since we're about to be cut off anyway, I think we got to kill it tonight, boys, until we get the Zoom thing billing issue figured out. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight at the Plumes of Hazard. Sorry, it's a kind of a short show tonight. We'll get this fixed for next week.
You guys hear about goodbyes really quick, so bye. Hi. So
bye.
Yeah, I gotta finish my beer.
Done. Beer just disappeared halfway.
Taco burrito. What?
Taco burrito. Chicken chimichanga.
Thanks, everybody. Oh shit.